We finally know when LEGO Star Wars The